welcome back. Today we're working on the Subaru. We're going to be installing upgraded sway bars, and today I have my friend Javier helping out filming and working on the car.
I'm going to be doing YouTube very soon, mainly going to be doing a lot of cycling stuff and video game stuff. Feel free to check me out.
Alright, so today we got two 22mm sway bars, front and rear. We're gonna put the rear bar on first, take it for a spin, do a little A/B comparison, then we'll do the front bar and check that out as well. And hopefully we'll get this car handling really flat and nice. I'm just starting off with new stock end links. They're not the best, but they're fine for now. At some point, I'll upgrade to some nice, like, fancy end links. Yeah, just stock rear sway bar links, front and rear. These are so cheap. I think I got the set of 4 links for like 30 bucks or something.
Oh, that's
brand
great.
new on eBay.
Man.
Tips are not that great.
Nice, there's a piece.
So we have the top mounts that connect to the car, and then the end links, that's actually what connects to the suspension travel.
Alright, we got the other one out.
Alright,
That should pop.
Alright, and note yourself, this is how it goes. That makes sense, how to look that. Alright.
Alright.
Nice and clean, give a little cleanup. But I do sometimes feel like if I only do one nice thing, it makes all the other, like, regular stuff stand
Right.
out. And I'm like, oh, dude, I should fix up this other thing on the car. Like the lateral links, I made those look nice, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to make the trailing arms look nice too. It's a freaking rabbit hole.
Okay. Alright.
Perfect.
Perfect.
The difference between the new sway bar and the old sway bar is actually pretty significant. So you guys might be able to see the old one. I'm not sure about the dimensions,
Okay.
but the new one is 22mm.
Holy,
Yeah, you
whoa,
what do you
that's
think,
a
dude?
difference.
Is that a big difference?
Dude, that's a huge difference.
It's crazy. So this stuff,
Oh,
it's silicone grease, so it's okay on plastics. If you just use like a regular petroleum grease, it's gonna degrade your plastics or rubbers at some point. So this is what they recommend on bushings and stuff. Backwards. The old ones.
Look at those. Nice.
So, oh my gosh, those are like fresh bushings, so greasy.
Oh yeah, they come pre-greased.
Yeah,
Cool.
those are nice. So we got some anti-seize. Some of this hardware was kind of grody. We had that one that was frozen for a minute, so we're gonna make sure to use some anti-seize on our threads.
And what's that do exactly to the...
Basically, it just keeps it from corroding and getting stuck.
Okay.
So if like I want to take this apart again in the future, it should definitely be easier to pull apart.
Looks like gray paint.
Dude, yeah, it does. You know what that is? It's literally flakes of aluminum.
Oh.
It's pretty much, don't quote me on this, but I think it's basically grease with aluminum flakes in it.
You'd match with your car.
Oh my
You'd
god,
match
what?
with the WRX.
Dude, this, oh my, look how similar that is. That's
That's actually pretty similar. No, you're right.
That's it, man.
All right.
Let's get it. It made such a big difference. I gotta say, when you got out of the car and we just did it again, just having a little bit less weight in the other seat, it felt like the difference was more noticeable. I could still definitely feel the difference with two people in the car, but having just one, it just felt like so much more planted and firm at the back. And it feels really good. I'm looking forward to going on some like fun spirited drives on some back roads and feeling it out, you know, over the next few months. It feels great. It's already a big difference.
It looks sweet. Like it looks so much. Like you can.
Did you see it?
Even from seeing it, it looks way better than it was before.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm excited for the front sway bars now. Honestly.
I'm stoked too, dude. If you're enjoying this video, consider liking and subscribing to follow along with the builds. Also, drop a comment and I will get back to you. Back to the show. Dude, look. See all these clods of dirt from Rallycross?
Would you work on your own car when you had your first car?
So the Honda,
Yeah, the Honda.
I did not work on. But I also didn't have it for that long. The Bug was my next car. I did work on that. That was like my intro to working on cars.
Yeah.
I was into cars, but that was my first time like working on a car.
Did you ever think about becoming a mechanic or
I
going
did.
into something like that? Yeah.
So I did think about becoming a mechanic, but for one thing, my attitude was different back then when I was 16. I just thought it was like unattainable. I thought because I didn't come from a mechanic family, I just kind of assumed that that would never be possible. Yeah, now that I'm older, like I realize, oh, if I really want to do something, I could do it and just focus on it.
Damn, look at all that. Holy crap.
Okay, folks.
Look at that tray. Alright. Wow.
This is why I don't rallycross the Subaru anymore.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Tried to get the sway bar on, but I just couldn't get those top mount bolts off on the one side because there isn't great access to it. I might end up dropping the subframe. We'll see. But we did a great job on the rear sway bar today, and I'm really stoked with how that turned out. Like, it felt great on the road. I think you could probably attest to that too.
Yeah, like I fully agree. I think once you have that front sway bar installed, it's gonna make a huge difference.
Who knows,
Yeah.
maybe tonight, but soon I'm gonna get it done.
It's gonna be awesome.
We'll be back soon.
Peace out.
Night. I'm back. It's 11:30 at night. Javier had to go home a little while ago because we were having trouble with the front sway bar. I took a little bit of a break and I watched a video, and of course I found out something pretty simple. I just need to drop the front subframe to remove the front sway bar and get the new one in. I didn't do any research before starting this work today. I thought it would be kind of fun just to go into it and try to figure it out, but I really should have done a little bit of research because it wouldn't have been that difficult to find out that I need to drop the front subframe to get the sway bar in. Anyways, I got my second wind. I'm here now. I'm gonna try to get the subframe out, get the new sway bar in, and button this thing up tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go test it. So this is where I got hung up. I don't know if this is coming across in video, but I need to undo this nut to remove the sway bar mount, and on this side I have, well, on both sides the subframe is kind of in the way, but in addition to that, on this side we have the heat shield and some other stuff in the way, so you really can't get the sway bar top mounts off without removing the subframe. It sounds a lot worse than it is. It's not supposed to be that difficult to drop this, and it's not load bearing, so nothing's gonna fall apart when I drop this, and it's actually supposed to be fairly light despite how big it actually looks. It's a pretty big piece. It spans the whole front of the car. Anyways, I'm gonna undo all these bolts, drop the front subframe, and then let's try to get this sway bar out. I got the subframe and the sway bar out last night. Let's button this thing back up and take it for a spin. All this dirt is in my undercarriage. It's left over from rallycross. I've power washed like 5 times under here. I'm not exaggerating. I don't know, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this for, but I really want to get the car totally clean. Unboxed the Whiteline front sway bar, and I gotta say, Whiteline did a much better job packaging the product. The finish on the product looks a little bit better. The bushings also look better than the rear sway bar, which I got from Epic Engineering. These Whiteline bushings are grease-free bushings. Also, I appreciate this maybe more than anything. Whiteline supplied printed instructions that clearly explain the bushings don't need any grease, and they included install instructions. Unfortunately, I don't have adjustable end links yet, so I'm not going to need to adjust any end links, but when I do get them, these are going to come in handy. All in all, I got both the front and rear sway bars on sale, so I'm happy with what I got, and the rear Whiteline was just unfortunately out of stock. But if I did it again, I think I would hold out for the Whiteline rear sway bar, because it looks to be a better product. At the end of the day, it's a 22mm bar, so I think they're probably going to perform about the same, but the Whiteline is just better packaged and it looks a little bit nicer. And actually, I will probably switch to Whiteline rear bushings further on down the line. it. The front and rear sway bars are on. I just took it for a spin and it feels great. I don't know if it's the result of a lot of little things adding up to a big difference, but the car feels completely different and so much better now that we have the front sway bar on. I'm really happy with it. Just so you know, I have the rear sway bar on the medium setting and the front on the softest. That should hopefully balance out the car a little bit more so it doesn't oversteer a bunch. Not only did the sway bars reduce body roll, but the steering feels much more responsive. When I give the steering wheel input, there's an immediate reaction and the car turns. Before, it was kind of sluggish and slow in comparison to how it feels now. I couldn't imagine going back to the stock sway bars after having it this way. And honestly, I hear this all the time. People say this is the best first handling modification for your car, and I do feel like this made a bigger difference than the springs did. Although the strings aesthetically make a big difference in addition to a handling difference, the sway bars just make the car handle better. So something to think about. I wouldn't argue against anyone claiming that sway bars are the best first handling mod. Anyways, I couldn't be happier with it. Thanks for watching. As always, I believe in you. Get to wrenching. Peace.